Hello, everyone, and welcome to Homeschooling with Hera. Hope you all are doing great. In today's video, I have brought a crucial creative writing topic for you, which is picture description through senses. Picture description is a very important creative writing topic because it starts with kindergarten and keep on growing with our kids to higher grades in the form of story setting and in the form of other descriptive writings. So, if at this stage we don't teach them picture description properly, they will struggle forever. However, unfortunately, many of us as teachers and parents don't know how to teach picture description through senses in a systematic way. So, if you are one of them, be with me to the end of the video because today I will share with you a picture, its description written by my students, and then I will tell you how to help kids reach to this level, the level that you will see in my students' writing, and obviously what is the systematic way of teaching picture description, right? So, if you are someone who is interested in learning all this for your kids, for your student, or for yourself, be with me to the end of the video. And if you're new to my channel, so let me tell you that this channel is perfect for you if you're interested in English phonics, English grammar, English spelling rules, English creative writing, and above all, how to teach all this stuff to your kids in multi-sensory ways. So consider subscribing to the channel, turn on the bell notification, and without any further ado, let's dive in. So here is our picture. As you can see, this is a picture of a farm. And if you simply give this picture to your kindergartners or first graders and ask them to describe it, they might say that I can see a red house or a barn, or I can see a tree, I can see a windmill, a log, a rooster, some chicks. But this thing, I can see is not enough to describe a picture, right? In picture description, we need to use our five senses. Plus, if we can describe our feelings as well about this picture, it will be a five-star writing. Okay. So before I tell you that how to describe this picture in a systematic way or how to help your kids do this, let's see some of the samples that are written by my students. And here you go. This sample is written by a 6 years old. Here we have different focuses. The first focus is to use senses in the description, and the second focus is to use varied sentence openers. You cannot begin all of your sentences with it is, this is, I can, he, she, it. Nope. Every time when you write a new sentence, you should start with a different opener. Okay? So now let's check out that how he has written. The farm was peaceful. This is somebody's feeling, so we have made a heart here. We went straight to the pond and dove into the chilling water. We can see the pond, sense of sight, chilling water, sense of touch. While we were swimming, a duck came quacking with its ducklings and joined us. Quacking is a sound, so sense of hearing. At the back of the pond was an enormous and noisy windmill. Noisy is sense of sound, windmill is sense of sight. We can see and hear as well. Churning steadily. Churning is a sound, so he has used the auditory sense again here. Next to the windmill was a magnificent twisted tree with many birds' nests. You can feel the twist of the tree, that's why sense of touch. Tree is sense of sight. Nest, again, it's the sense of sight. You can see these things. Beside the gargantuan tree was a red wooden barn with two little windows. In the blue sky, a flock of pretty birds was flying. A spotty black rooster was perching on a log, and a hen was hatching her eggs near the hay. Some adorable fluffy chicks were chirping and pecking on some grains hidden in the grass. Pecking is the sense of taste because they were eating, and like this, he has written the description of this picture. You can see we have a barn, a flock of birds, The tree, windmill, the sound of windmill, the sound of ducks was incorporated. So he has tried to use different senses while describing this picture, right? He also talked about the feeling, that how it felt to look at the farm. Let's see another sample. This sample is also written by a 6 years old, but she is 6 point something. Okay, you can take a screenshot of this thing, read it to yourself, and see if she has used sense of sight, sense of hearing, any feelings in it, sense of touch, and then you can write it in the comments box. Let's see another sample. You can also take the screenshot of this and check out if you see different senses in this writing as well. This is written by a 7 years old. You can find the difference mainly in vocabulary. She is a new student, but still, since she is a 7-year-old girl, so you can find some different vocabulary words here. Okay, like nestled, or just check out and write it down in the comments box. And after reading all this, if you are curious to know that how kids have got this level or how they are writing this thing, this all is possible by giving them some proper instructions and, of course, with lots of practice. So, first, let's talk about the instructions that you have to give them. Here is something that I call description map. You can also make this map in their notebooks and then tell them that before writing that description, look at the picture carefully and tell the things and tell you and write about the things that they can see in the picture. For example, if you come back to this picture, here we can see a tree, a windmill, a pond, birds, chicken, hen, duck, ducklings, log, barn. They only have to write the names of the things that they can see. Right now, no sentences, no adjectives. So let me quickly fill this box for you. We saw a barn, we saw a tree, we saw a windmill, we also saw a pond, etc., and so many other things. Okay, they can just keep writing whatever they want, but it should be there in the picture, right? Then go to sense of hearing. Ask them what can be the possible sounds you can hear in this picture. So, if you see in this picture, we have some birds who have their sounds, like the sound of duck, which says quack quack, the sound of hen, that is click click, the chirping of the birds, the churning of the windmill, the splashing of the pond, right? So these are some sounds which can be here in this picture. So now let's fill the box. We can hear the chirping of the birds. We can hear the churning of the windmill. We can hear the clicking of the hen. We can hear the quacking of the duck. Okay, so the sounds will be written here. Now ask them if they can smell something. In this picture, if we can smell, we might smell some flowers or the fresh air. If they can figure out this, it's fine to write it, but if they are very new to this pattern, you can help them with some ideas that you can smell fresh flowers or green grass or air. Okay, so these are a few things that you can smell. Then sense of taste. Now here we can't taste anything, but the boy Arjun included packing of the grains. So yes, these little chicks can eat something. These ducks can drink something. Okay, so you can bring these tastes here in your map, and you can write here packing on grains. Okay, so children can later use it in their descriptive writing, that the chicks were pecking on some grains. Okay, or they were eating some yummy or scrumdiddlyumptious. Don't write adjectives here, I'm sorry. Worms. Okay, the worms can also be here. This is a sense of taste. Next, we can go for sense of touch. So what are the things that you can feel with your skin or hand in this picture? We can feel the tree trunk, we can feel the water of the pond, we can hold the fluffy chicks, or we can also feel the soft green grass. So, whatever you can feel, you have to write it here in the feeling through hand portion. And at the end, you can also talk about how you feel about this picture, or how the things that are present, or the beings that are present in the picture feel about it, right? Once this map is finished, then help them to write sentences. And to write sentences like these, you need to first give them ideas at how to start. Even my kids, when they were writing, they were asking me how to start. We just don't get the first sentence. So it's okay to help them with this at the beginning. To a second grader, I asked that start your descriptive writing through a quotation mark. Okay, so she has written what a pleasant sight, an exclamation. I mumbled, and then she just continued. Here, this was a little girl, a new student again, so she started simply, we went to an interesting farm. Okay, here you can also see the starting is simple. It's good for a 6-year old, right? So, this is how you can help kids write picture description through senses by making the description map first, and then using lots and lots of adjectives with all these nouns and giving it a shape of a paragraph. Another important thing that you need to tell them is that it's always easier to start with the sense of sight and the big things in your picture, right? For example, if you are starting describing this picture, begin with the gigantic tree and then say, on the left of the gigantic tree there was an enormous windmill. On the right side of the gigantic tree, there was a red, beautiful barn with two blue windows and a square door surrounded by the fence. Right? So, this is how you have described the position of these things. Then you can move on to some small objects like a mother duck went waddling with its fluffy yellow ducklings to the pond, quacking all the way around. So, like this, you can make sentences, connect them. Next, talk about this hen and its chicks, what they are doing, what this rooster is doing on the log. And if you help kids cover all these things, at the end, you will get something like this, or this, or this. And believe me, with some proper practice, they can write much better than this. Right? So, this was all about today's video. If you want to enroll your kids in my creative writing classes, you can contact me on Instagram. The link is given in the description box. This is all for today's video. I will see you soon with something new. Take care. Bye for now. And don't forget to make it a great day. Bye.